That's recording. Okay. Hey y'all, this is Marie from our Okie homestead. This is my sister Kyoto, and we just wrapped up moving some panels in order to open up another section, just make it easier to get in there and brush hog. Just looking forward to winter because we're wore out. It got pretty warm out there in the sun, but at least I got that one section brush hogged, and definitely confirmed in my mind that compost pile is going to get moved. You did get the snake skin?
No.
Did you not video the snake skin? We'll have to go back and get a video. That snake skin
It was
like 5 foot long,
easy 5 feet.
right there next to the other side of the compost
A good
pile.
3 inches wide, easy.
Yeah, he's a pretty good snake. So anyway, I just thought maybe somebody might get a kick out of watching us mess around, and I wanted to kind of show people, if they didn't already know how to use that T-post puller, then
that's an awesome tool. The welds are good on it. I mean, it's an awesome tool. It's got multiple uses. I can see lots of potential for.
Yeah, just in the job that it's made for, pulling T-posts makes it, oh my gosh, so much easier. You know, without something like that, taking the tractor and having to wrap a heavy chain around the T-post and wrap it around the tractor and try to pull it up, and it's always like jerking, and you know, it's kind of dangerous, honestly. So that T-post puller's like, wow. And like I said,
it's a back saver too. It's really a back saver.
Yes, for sure. Even though it is kind of heavy itself, but that's a good thing that it's heavy.
Yes.
It probably weighs, what'd you think, about 25 pounds?
Yeah.
So it's a good thing I had my helper here today, because I couldn't have done it without her. So I'm just going to try to wrap this up, and we're going to take a break and just hang out for a while. So this is going to be at the beginning of my video, so I just kind of wanted to give y'all an idea of what we were doing, and that's that. So y'all have a good one, and like and subscribe, and tell us what you think of the video, okay? Bye.
Peace.
We're out here going to get rid of a problem, and we'll have to figure out how to fix this problem a little bit better later. But being right here on the slough, and then we've got it's been washing, and this is the opening that a couple of the geldings used to come through. We've been very dry, okay, and we've just got a little bit of rain, and it's still pretty wet in here. It stays pretty wet because it goes right there to the slough. I'm gonna walk over here and kind of show y'all. Maybe y'all can see the slough in here. We're down here. You can see right there's the house, the backyard, and the hoop house. The garden and stuff is right there. So we're on this one section down here that meets up with the woods here, okay? During the early spring, you know, during the winter, I can actually sit up there. We got French doors at the dining room table, and I can actually sit right there and look out and see the slough. And that time of the year, it's always got water in it. And normally, with the water being in it that time of the year, we have ducks that come in and use the slough as a place to escape everything. You can't really see it. I mean, you see where all the leaves are down through there. There's not any water in it right now, so you can't really see it because it's very shallow in this part right here. But it's right there. There's no water in it. Even though this is listed as federally protected wetland, it doesn't stay wet. It's only maybe 6 months out of the year that it stays wet. And like I said, we have ducks that come in. And not very many, you know, but I mean, I wish I had a way to be able to like encourage them to come in some more, you know, but yeah, at that time of the year, there'll be water all up and down the slough that crosses through our woods. And so we'll hear the ducks going all up and down the slough too. And so, yeah, I don't even know for sure what kind of ducks they are. Maybe this next spring I can get my lenses figured out on my camera, and maybe be able to catch some on video or something for y'all. But anyway, today we have got to move this because, like I said, it stays real wet there. It stays pretty wet all through this area of the woods. Even though there's not water in there, it's still kind of a low spot. And so it stays damper than the rest of it. But anyway, so this has been up for a while. At one point in time, you can tell because look at all these saplings. We haven't been able to get in here and brush hog, and this is why, because this is the only way to get in and out of this area. And I can't have these saplings growing up and stuff like this. The woods, most sustainable thing about this property is the woods, because in this part of southeast Oklahoma, we have, I don't know how many species of trees that they will just work their way in, you know. And of course, even the pecan trees that were planted years ago, you know, they drop pecans that get missed, and then we end up with new pecan trees growing up in different places. So the trees just really, they can take over an area pretty easy if you don't keep it mowed. In this area, these saplings are probably, just a couple years old. I think it may have got mowed once last year, maybe. And it may have been too wet right in this area where these saplings are to mow. Because like I said, it stays real wet. So we have to only wait until it's like almost drought conditions to be able to get in here and really brush hog good. And so this panel area being here is causing a problem because them horses are just concentrating going through that one spot. And it's right there on a corner of our backyard that a couple years back, we had a storm come through that took out some trees, and when the tree came down, they messed up our chain link fence. And yeah, that's another farm project that has got to be done, but you know, it's containing our house dogs in the backyard, and so it's not top on the priority list. But this is, because we've got wetter weather that's going to be coming up with it being fall, and this is just going to be even worse. And it's going to cause it to wash even more. And so where this corner of our chain link is, it is trying to wash out right there too. And so we're probably going to have to bring some rock in and dump in here once we get it cleaned up in order to stop it from washing. And we'll probably go ahead and dump probably half a load of rock in this wet area just to kind of stiffen it back up some.
Or something to the backside of the front. Oh, it's buried.
Oh, the panel? Yeah, I'm going to use the tractor to pull it up.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm trying to get the pins out of the...
Oh, gosh, some things are hard to do, too. Just leave that part and we're disconnecting the T-post, and she's probably thinking I need to get off of here and help. Since she's here helping me, I should be helping, right? But I wanted to show y'all, this has been here long enough. This tree is actually starting to grow around this. And so, yeah, even if it wasn't for that wet spot, we need to get that panel off that tree. So that way we're not having the tree eat the panel, because it will. Oh, yeah. These trees and vines that's in this part of southeast Oklahoma, it will just absolutely devour something. I mean, you could have an old homestead off in the woods somewhere, and if somebody ain't keeping stuff cut around it, it would over time just overtake the whole home thing. It would just overtake all of it. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here and we're going to get to it. And then once we're all done, I mean, it's just a matter of us pulling up posts and cutting a few saplings that have growed up. You already cut that one, didn't you?
Might have to go back and get another battery.
Oh, no, you... No, right here. You see? Yeah. I couldn't find it for a minute. See how that sapling's grown up in there?
I saw that.
It actually grew up in between that panel. So,
Right,
RC.
But
yeah, well, don't pull on them. We got a T-post puller for that. So, RC.
got the wires cut that we're holding it. Gonna get this jaws. Might have to have a helper wiggle.
Wiggle it or hold it on there for a second.
There. I'm going to stabilize the bottom.
Y'all see how it's pulling it up? It uses leverage to make it a lot easier.
It ratchets back down the jaws for a second grab. And there you are.
And pull it right out.
Don't let it fall on your foot either.
Oh no, that thing is heavy.
This is worth whatever you paid for it, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's worth every penny.
Okay.
for sure, because otherwise we'd be having to use a chain and the tractor. This tool, I know I've seen them anywhere from like probably $50 to $80, just depending on where you get it from. We got this one from Tractor Supply, and it's heavy. I can tell you that, it's heavy. So, no doubt that thing will last a long time.
For a safety chain, if you're grabbing a pole, post, something bigger, you want a safety chain, you wrap the safety chain around there, you go deliver it. Okay, where's the next keeper?
Down there. Be careful. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to stop the video again here. And I wanted to mention, too, I was talking about with the chicken coop, using saplings in the fence line to make my perches and stuff. But these trees that are in here, I can come in here with my chainsaw and take a couple of these bigger ones, and they'll be the perfect size for me making perches. So that way I've got some more that I can make and give the chickens more perch space.
This is like a ratchet.
I know, it's cool. We should have had one of those a long time ago. I tell you, you just make it like 3 times harder on yourself when you don't have the right tools. Yep.
It's out of the ground. It's those pins.
It's stuck in the tree.
Yeah. The pin too.
Yeah. All right. Hang on. Okay.
Yeah, it's in a bind.
I was gonna put it on.
Yeah, it's in a bind. There you go. There you go. You're out.
I'm gonna take this other one out first.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
Okay.
I thought maybe it would come loose.
It should.
That tree, but it didn't. You're not in the way.
Okay. Okay. Number one, numero uno. Well, the foot's, yeah. On this one, we had to cut that sapling. As you can see, it's growing up through the fence. It's probably 12, 14 feet tall. Panel's loose now. She's coming to pull it up. The last Mohican. Sorry if I offended anybody by saying Mohican. So now that we got those panels pulled out down there, just gonna run down, do some brush hogging, get this cleared out. Smile for the camera! I'm just gonna walk around, look for, we don't want no trash. There's somebody. Old feed bag, looks like. We don't need that getting churned up. We'll get that picked up. I was gonna check the fence line. Make sure there's no human bodies or anything where she's fixing the brush hog, just a safety check. If there's anything that might get caught up in it. Thing looks good. The ultimate goal is to rotate our pastures. So you can see the turnout getting pretty bad in this one area here.